Now our topic here is physical quantities. So here physical quantities. What is physical quantities? Now you know that in every scientific method we have to introduce some terms by which we can express the ways how science works or the results or relationship in natural phenomena. So if you express something, you need a language, and for a language you need a alphabet. So these physical quantity act as alphabet or a particular word which has a definite and particular meaning in science, which acts as a physical quantities. So what is physical? How we can define it? A physical quantities is a meaningful term in scientific knowledge that is used to express scientific laws or theories or any kind of relationship which we study for natural processes. So it is a term, it is a defined term which is used to express laws and theories in science. This is called physical quantities. Why it is called physical quantities? Because we here study physics, so its name is physical quantities. Quantity means a term. What do you mean by quantities? Quantities means a term having some measurement also. Remember, dear learner, that if you cannot measure something in science, we cannot include it in science. So every term in science have two aspects of reality. First, it can be measured or it has some magnitude or value, and it have some qualitative aspects. For example, means it has some property or characteristics, features which can relate another relationship, another natural phenomena, and we can induce it by some to get some result from this or predict something. So there are two aspects of any quantities or terms in science: qualitative and quantitative. So here we want to deal with physical quantity. Have you understood what is physical? For example, force is a physical quantity. Velocity and speed, time, length, all these which have already known about it in the previous classes. These all are area, volume, these all are physical quantities which we defined. Any term which define in mathematics or in science is called physical quantities. So scientists or the scientific community of international community of science have categorized these quantities two groups. First is fundamental and second is derived or dependent. Fundamental, basic or independent. Here is a fundamental, basic or independent, and derived basic. And this is the aspects for measurement, on the basis of measurement. This is the basis of direction. So on the basis of direction, physical quantities are categorized in two groups, such as scalar and vector. We will deal about it further, but here we want to deal about fundamental and derived physical quantities. Here you can see there are 7 fundamental quantities. Why it is 7? One question is why it is 7, why it is not 8, why it is not 2, why it is 5. It is up to you. You can take it 10, you can take it 5, but scientific community in which held a committee in 18th century in France, which is called International Committee for Weight and Measure. Here they suggest that we will take 7 basic physical quantity. They can take any of them quantity, but they take 7 quantities which can be known as fundamental basic, because all other quantities can be derived from these 7 quantities. So international community of science decided that we must have 7 physical quantity, and all other quantity can be derived from these things. So what are those 7 physical quantities? Length. Here length can be denoted by capital or small l. Mass can be denoted by small m or capital M. Time can be denoted by T. Electric current can be denoted by I. And temperature can be denoted by capital T or theta. And amount of substance, which we deal in 11th class or 12th class, but we can study in 9th class also. We will study in chemistry in 9th class. So now luminous intensity, we can study it in 12th class, perhaps optics. So there are 7 fundamental physical. What are the fundamental physical quantity? Those physical which are selected by international scientific community and which cannot be derived from another physical quantity. It is derived in itself. Okay, all the other than 7 can be derived by these 7 quantities. So these quantities which are derived from the 7 is called derived or dependent quantities. So a physical quantity must have a magnitude or value, so it can be measured. It is the essential condition that it can be measured. So how can we measure? So for the measurement, we assign a particular reference or parameter. For example, time is measured now in modern time by CGM rod, which vibrate let us say in 1 second it vibrates 5 crore times. Then we can say 5 crore vibration of CGM rod. The time interval in which the CGM rod vibrates 5 crore times is known as 1 second. I am not exactly know the I remember I am not okay. Now, so the scientists always take a reference by which we know. For example, if length is measured, you use scale, and a scale has some marks on it and one gap equivalent to 1 mm. That's why we measure any length by the parameter 1 mm. So what is mm? What is meter? What is centimeter? It is a parameter. It is a system that we assign in a particular value, and this gives the idea that it is length or it is time, and it is divided into this interval. So if I say this is the time of 1 hour, that means it is divided into 60 parts, which is minute, and further minute is divided into 60 parts, which we call second. So by these terms by which we measure or we express the measurement of any physical quantity is called unit. And the reference parameter by which we measure the physical quantity in science is called unit. Various kind of meter, centimeter, gram, kilogram, whatever it is, they are unit. Now, so you can see the 7 fundamental quantities has different kind of unit. Length has meter, centimeter, and etc. Mass has gram, kilogram, slug. Time, minute, second. Electric current, ampere, milliampere. Temperature and so on. Temperature, Kelvin, degree Fahrenheit, degree Celsius. Amount of substance, mole. Luminous intensity, candela. These are the units of 7 physical quantities. But scientists also when they held a committee in France which is known as International Committee of Weight and Measure, they decide that 7 physical quantities, the particular 7 physical quantities which are here, it can be categorized in fundamental, and all those are can be said as derived. They also decide their units, what the unit is used for a standard and for a study all over the world. So they call it SI unit of system. And the SI unit of system is nothing but the internationale systeme des unités. Internationale systeme des unités. It is a French word, and the English translation is International System of Units. You can see here, this is I, this is S, so this is SI, this is I, this is S. So these units, or this system of units, are called SI units. Okay, they decided that all the units can be categorized in two groups: fundamental physical quantity, and they also fundamental and derived quantity. They also decide all the fundamental quantities must be measured in this system. It means a SI system as follows: mass must be measured kg, length meter, time second, electric current ampere, temperature Kelvin, amount of substance mole, and luminous intensity canela. Have you got my point, my dear learner? Okay. So what is the system of units? Now here, system of units means maybe the 7 fundamental quantities is measured differently. For example, length can be measured in centimeter. Somewhere in some country it can be measured in foot, etc. So there are various kind of system of units, but the important system we discuss here is MKS system, CGS system, FPS system, and SI system. So what is MKS system? You see, there are 3 letters: MKS, MKS. So in this system there are only 3 fundamental quantities. What are those? M, you can see M means meter. M means meter. K means kilogram. K means kilogram. S for second. So you know that meter is the unit of length, kilogram is the unit of mass, second is the unit of time. So in this MKS system there are only 3 fundamental quantities, which are length, mass, time, and their units are meter, kilogram, second. Have you got my point? Now the CGS system is, it has 3 letters, so it also has 3 fundamental quantities, which are C for centimeter, G for gram, S for second. Now you can think the centimeter for length, gram for mass, or second for time. So it has also 3 fundamental quantities, which are length, mass, and time, but its units are different than MKS system. It is measured differently as the particular situation goes. So length is measured centimeter, mass is measured in the system gram, and time is measured as usual second. So we can convert those two MKS and CGS system by some suitable conversion factor. For example, you know that 1 kilo means 1000. So 1 kilogram means 1000 gram, and 1 gram means 1 by 1000 kilogram. You can convert it. Now similarly, you know that 1 meter means 100 centimeter, and 1 centimeter means 1 by 100 meter. So you can convert it like you converted rupees to paise, paise to rupees, centimeter to meter, kilogram to gram, and etc. So now my question is, convert 20 meter per second in CGS system. Here you can say, see, in CGS system second is same for MKS system, so it is in MKS system. Now we have to convert CGS system. Time is same for unit of time is same for those system of units. So we do not care about time. We only care about meter. So here 20 meter. Now we know that 1 meter is 100 centimeter, so 20 meter it becomes 2000 centimeter. So 20 meters per second becomes 2000 centimeter per second. Now I'm giving you a question that can you can you convert 20 kg meter per second square in Cgs system? It is easy. You see here in Cgs system time is same, so we don't need to care about second. It is same. We have to care about meter, we have to care about kg. And you also see both of them are in the numerator. So first of all, we know that 1 kg equal to 1000 gram. We also know that 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. So using this, we can convert it 20 kg to meter by second square must be equal to 20 into 1000 gram into 100 centimeter by second square. So it becomes 2 into 10 to the power 6 gram centimeter per second square. Now we have converted in Cgs system. So we now have idea that how we convert one system to another system. Now in SI system, I have told you in SI system there are 7 fundamental quantities. But the 3 fundamental quantities, which are mass, time, and length, is also included in SI system, and 4 are different. We have known already. So, and the unit of these 3 quantities are meter, kilogram, and second, which is also the unit in the MKS. Have you got my point? So you can say SI system of units is the extended system of MKS. So SI system of units is the extended system of MKS. Have you got my point? MKS. So in this SI system there are 7 fundamental physical quantities. These are the case of physical quantities. So now in the next class